that's disgusting. That's mouldy. Oh, that's not nice. I don't like that anymore.
Now I feel, I don't know, surprised a bit.
Instagram, the heart of the visual, the escalation of photo sharing through the interaction of mobile practices. Today we reveal how the digital has embraced smartphone technologies, considering the importance that individuals give to the act of producing multimedia content more than the content itself.
There's a tremendous amount of advertising that is being done on social media, and it is being done deceptively.
Within Instagram, it is evident that the contemporary discourse on photography interrogates whether it allows an authentic reproduction of reality.
That the production of the content that we post is more important than the actual content itself. So if there's a message behind it, it doesn't matter if it's a picture of a toilet roll or something that has no use, as long as it's placed in a certain way and made to look a certain way, then it will have some meaning behind it.
I intend to investigate how Instagram's platform mediates visual communication by following a particular set of codes and conventions, challenging natural behaviour and provoking reactions. We interrogate in regards to whether the ongoing alterations of mediation towards smartphone devices produce an effect on humans' visual experiences. How are we drawn to particular parts of photos on Instagram? How do we change images to make them appealing in a certain way? Later on, we will see what viewers are drawn to within Instagram images and whether it differs between individuals. Visual communication upon Instagram signifies a reasonable social connector, where image placement is responsible for provoking strategic thoughts and responses. It can be argued that Instagram users are more focused on the importance of photography when creating the content in order to provide a focus for the user, hiding visual aspects in order to draw the viewer in. The subject of the camera represents the reality by creating illusion of reality. Looking at semiotics, we open up interpretations to signifiers and visual patterns when using Instagram. Digital tools are utilised on the platform, including airbrushing, contrast, brightness, cropping in order to prettify an image. Later in the experiment, you will see an image of an apple which has been carefully edited to make the red blend together in different aspects of the image. Images within my experiments, such as the bread roll and red apple, were recognised as signs that represent something else, which aims to understand linguistic codes taking into account the relevance of context and cultures. As individuals, we view images and interpret them in ways of our own personal experiences. Viewers will have their own set of messages, which can be viewed differently through Instagram users. We must acknowledge that the process of image encoding is continuously evolving due to cultural changes and social trends. The presence of visualities is not limited to individuals' personal spheres, but also the connection established with business and consumer culture. Advertising always made use of images. Since the arrival of Instagram, social media marketing strategies have made an extensive use of user engagement online. I have met up with a young lady called Louise Evans, who is in control of East Village PR Instagram page. She is in control of how images are placed and structured on their social media.
With our Instagram posts, not only are they aesthetically pleasing, but they stray away from something that's more of a scripted advertisement like you'd see on TV or with other sort of brands, and it kind of turns advertising a client or a product into something that's more personal.
With such a huge following, East Village PR are responsible for engaging their followers in order to maintain a large audience. Their content includes images of food and architecture, which looks irresistible to their fans.
As a PR agency, our aesthetics on social media is really important. So the East Village Instagram account has a specific look about it, and that was kind of an executive decision made by our boss to kind of make sure that we were always on brand and make sure that it was consistent with what we were posting. So our posts have a specific tone in the captions that we put up with it.
Through their constant use, they also increase the activity of taking photos, altering the content of the images, the way they are shared and the way they are edited.
Post about the macaroons was something that gave our audience a little bit of an insight into our personalities within the office, because it related to our personal choices within Lent and what we were actually doing in the office, because we actually ate those macaroons. The post that actually went up on Instagram was perfectly positioned and kind of aligned to make it appear new and fresh and just untouched sort of thing. So there was no bites out of it. We took a picture before we ate them, and then it had the right aesthetics to go with the rest of the Instagram.
They contribute to the hyper-representation of the world and people towards the predominance of visual elements in many daily practices.
The post where the milk is being poured into the cup of tea is quite significant because it shows how we're the ones pouring the cup of tea, and it's almost as if we're relatable to our audience, and it just shows a little bit more personality. So it's like we're having a cup of tea with the audience that are viewing the post itself.
By investigating the ways in which it changes social behaviours, the conception of oneself and others, the connection to environment and events, I have chosen 8 candidates to give me their opinion on images upon Instagram by showing them an image and either zooming out or in on the image to provoke a reaction. So this test is designed for you to react. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. How does this first image make you feel?
I mean, it's a bread roll. It's pretty boring. Hungry. Definitely hungry.
I don't know. Hungry, I guess.
I don't know, it reminds me of like a meal out, getting bread before.
Okay, if you want to just swipe to the right. How do you feel now?
I mean, it's a bit disgusting really, because it's clearly mouldy on the side. Yeah, no, that is definitely putting me off the image.
That's disgusting. That's mouldy. Ugh. It's pretty disgusting. I'm not liking that photo at all.
Describe that feeling in one word.
It's disgusting.
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 And does the second image change your perception of the first image?
I mean, yeah, because it's mouldy and like disgusting, out of date.
Yeah, because I didn't actually see that the first time. I don't want to look at that.
How does this image make you feel? What are your first thoughts?
It really pops. Why is it so lumpy though? But yeah, it's a pretty photo, I guess.
It just looks really like clean, perfect, nothing sort of wrong with it.
I'm a bit confused by the fact that it's in like a mirror. It's a sort of a weird way to look at it, but I think there's a little bit of confusion there, but also still the sort of general appeal of it, yeah.
Hey, it looks very, like, complete and pristine.
Okay, and next image. How do you feel now?
Okay, so that's it certainly has changed my perspective, of how I'd view the image. In fact, it's probably quite deep in a way, because it sort of shows you only see one side of something, and then when you actually see the full image, it completely changes your view of what it's like.
It's still pretty, but a bit gross, isn't it?
Oh, that's not nice. I don't like that anymore. No, I think it was better before when it was cropped.
I mean, it's creative because they've hidden the fact that it's had a bite out of the apple.
Describe this feeling in one word.
Cheated.
Deceit.
Liar.
Manipulated?
It's not what it seems, so before it was complete and now it's not.
Like, nice on the outside but kind of horrible on the inside. You only get half the story because obviously it's zoomed in to like the good side of the apple, not the bad.
How does this image make you feel?
I really like this colour. The colours in the main part of the photo are really nice and bright.
Although it's quite clearly a woman's dress, I think the figure's quite masculine.
Pretty beautiful dress, I'd say. It's got roses, like flowers, spin. Yeah, it just transmits, I'll say, good vibes.
Next image. How do you feel now?
Now I feel, I don't know, surprised a bit because I didn't expect that, but it's funny, it's just funny. Now I feel, I'm enjoying this moment so much, it's actually so funny.
I mean, well, I like drag queens, so I think it's kind of okay. I think it's funny.
As I say, I already sort of guessed the masculinity from the body. Images like this don't really shock me. I'm quite an open person.
No different really. It's just a guy in a dress. I like it a lot more now, and I don't know why. I think it's because I follow a lot of drag queens, so.
A bit shocked, but what's wrong with blokes wearing dresses?
And does that second image change your perception of the first image?
Not really. It's still a really ugly dress, so that hasn't changed anything. It's not going to change whether it's a guy or a girl in the dress, is it either? So
Could change it, but it's not gonna make it worse. Obviously, just change it because first of all, you match it with a girl or something, but then it's good. It's good to be fair. Yeah.
Definitely. I wasn't expecting a man.
Yeah, because I feel like because it's against the gender norm, it's kind of. I don't think it's as ugly because someone's going out of their comfort zone, out of like the realms of gender expression.
As to the other images I've seen so far, this one was actually quite pleasing to see the difference.
Okay, and the last image? How does this image make you feel?
It makes me feel good because I like grapes. They're nice. It's got a bug in there. Yeah, I don't feel comfortable at all now. Yeah, right, no. Yeah, I didn't see that.
Okay, there's a spider in this one, in some grapes.
bit freaked out because there's a spider in the grapes.
Oh, really uncomfortable. I swear, is that a black widow? Yo, there's a black widow in this group.
I like grapes. Oh! Is there a bug in it? Why the hell?
Okay, next image. How do you feel?
It's zoomed in even closer. I feel worse.
Uncomfortable. I hate like little bugs. They're...
Yep, that's definitely a bug. That's horrible.
And does the second image change your perception of the first image?
No, not really, because you already noticed it because it's right in the centre of the image.
Definitely. I don't want grapes anymore.
Well, no, because I already saw it anyway. But if I didn't see the spider, I'd have been like, wow, what a nice bunch of grapes. But bam, scary.
No, not for this one, just because it was quite clear on the first image.
After showing the images towards the candidates, it was clear to me that the idea of placement analysis stimulated points of interest in each photo. Using the golden mean as a template, it acts as an encoding system, where the spiral-shaped template is utilised to hide particular parts of images to make them look appealing in a certain way. If we take the bread for example, we can flip the image to create a diagrammatic relationship where the mole is placed outside of the focus and therefore it is ignored. Only when I zoomed into the mole, the candidates quickly noticed it, which they couldn't look at the bread in the same way again. If we compare this towards the grapes, almost all the candidates noticed the spider in the first image, as it was purposely placed in the centre of the image, supporting the golden mean framework. Thus proving placement and alignment of photos upon Instagram can guide the users to certain aspects of images, creating deliberate responses from users. The contextual development within the experiment provided diverse reactions to each of the images, more typically with the man wearing the dress. While some candidates were unfamiliar with the idea of cross-dressing, they found the image shocking, as from the first image they connoted feminine vibes. Contrasting this, most of the candidates were affected positively, as they preferred the second image. The image did not shock the idea of going against the gender norm, and supported the realms of gender expression. This moves towards the interpretation of images within social systems, where we react in ways due to what we are familiar with, which therefore creates different opinions due to their personal environments and interests. As the grapes were the last image shown, it was clear the candidates had an idea of what was going on. Therefore, this made the subjects less affected, as all candidates noticed the spider in the middle of the image straight away. Instagram is a prime example where photography is purposely created to provide a focus for the user, hiding visual aspects in order to draw the viewer in. So, when you're next on Instagram, look beyond the image, as you may find there might be things you might not notice. This is the digital illusion.